Andy.
Hey, Robert.
Jack.
With the Inwits. And we're back.
We are.
All right, where do we start?
It's 3 episodes to churn through here, so I guess we should start at the top. Have you anything in particular you got to say about episode 9?
Yes, I can't remember it.
That's me either. It kind of all just rolls into one, doesn't it?
Like, because I'm like, okay, who was eliminated? I know Sarah was the other night, and then Casey last night. So who was Sunday night's elimination?
Look, I think the big thing about Sunday night was Harry reveals his idol.
Harry, wait, wasn't that Monday night?
No, it was, I know. It gets like that, doesn't it? No, it was Sunday night. Yeah, he tells Matt and Casey. And
yes, Harry tells about his idol, and then Monday night he does his explosion at Tribal. Because they don't end up going to Tribal that night.
Normally, you know, what we're like, don't tell, right? But I don't think there's any real downside to Harry telling at that stage.
Well, this is the thing about Harry telling. It kind of becomes a bit of the David and Goliath concept when they all banded together with their things and worked together to flip the tide.
Oh, gee. There was a good episode. It was a good little couple. Harry was like, "Oh, what's the tattoo for?" Somebody said to him, and he goes, "Oh, that's of Nick." And Janine said, "Oh, that's of Nick from David and Goliath." And she goes, "Oh, I don't remember Nick. Who was he?" And Harry's like, "The one who won?"
It was because she's like, "What's with the stick?" And he's like, "That's a tribute to my favourite player."
That's right.
David and Goliath. Nick, I don't remember which that one.
That's
that one. The one who won. Yeah. That
shows you how much of a super fan. But anyway. But I thought it was... Look, the only thing I really got to talk about there was, like, you know, Harry revealing his idol and...
Who goes home again on Sunday night?
I have no idea.
What do you mean you have no idea? You got notes.
I wrote down the other two, but I have no idea. I forget.
What's the point of your notes if you're not even going to put who went home Sunday night?
Okay.
Wait, let's break it down. So the champions went to Tribal.
Oh, no one went home.
Oh, yeah, of course. Yes. No. No, that was... Yes, correct. So that was Sunday. So yes, just Harry did explode. Harry did explode Sunday. We're right.
Yeah,
cool.
Yeah.
You're on it. Yeah, this is what I do want to mention, actually, now that we know what happened in the episodes. So, we know Australian Survivor over the past 3 seasons so far into this current 4th of the read. Like, I don't count the old ones. I'm counting this as just
nobody does.
People do, man. People do.
No,
people get really angry at us.
Channel 10 is calling this episode Season 4. That's it for me as well.
I don't count South of Adelaide. I don't count Celebrity Survivor.
You can see the Adelaide City in the background.
Yeah, you can see the City of Churches. Don't count those. It was a great attempt, but yes.
It wasn't a great attempt. It was really poor.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. But a lot of people get really angry when you say this is the 4th season. They're like, but there's been 2 other seasons. I'm like, shut up.
Technically.
Yeah, technically, but just move on.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyway, so we've had 3 so far, right? And this is in our 4th. We know there is 2 non-elimination. I'm going to say legs. I'm getting a bit Amazing Race here. Two non-elimination, 2 non-tribal tribals.
Yeah.
That nothing really happens.
Yeah.
As soon as we get this moment where Jonathan says the other tribe is going to be there as well, and they're going to watch. No night off for you. You're going to watch this tribal council. Surely something should have twigged and went, you know what, maybe this is a non-elimination night.
They should have maybe twigged.
That was a strange thing for me.
Maybe I wouldn't have, but I would have at least been suspicious. Like, maybe there's something more going on.
Yeah, and every time the other tribe has come to watch a tribal, there's been a twist.
The other reason
there has been.
The other reason, I guess, is it was never part of the challenge. You weren't. You know, if Jonathan says, "Oh, look," and as part of the challenge, whoever wins gets to look at the other tribe. He never did that. He just said at the end, "By the way, you're going to be there."
Yeah, he's like, "You don't got you. You all actually you don't have a night off tonight. You'll be joining the tribal to watch theirs."
That's more of a hint, even. But if you have to fight for it, then it's an advantage you're fighting for. Maybe not.
Yeah.
Right?
So with Harry, I kind of find it this weird thing as a fan, because he's stayed at some people. He's a big fan.
I think he understands. Yeah, you know.
Surely he's watched the Australian Survivor, and something should have twigged. I'm hoping, again, we don't see everything. I'm hoping that should have been discussed, but we didn't see anything to say that. What if this is a non-elimination night?
No.
What could happen? Why are they coming to watch tonight?
I don't think it was.
There's usually a non-elimination before merge and a non-elimination during merge, I think.
I wish I wouldn't do it, but anyway.
Yeah, but it's part of it, and it can ruin gameplay. We've seen it in season 1.
It's not that. It's just like it's a long season with 24 people.
It is.
You don't
it is
need
a long season.
non-eliminations.
But what the like, and I know we've seen players' games get completely blown up by this, especially season 1.
Oh yeah.
Was it Phoebe?
Yeah, Phoebe's
who was playing a great game, really really solid, and then the person who should have gone out ended up winning. Christy ends up winning the game.
That's it.
We've seen it. It's now we know you should be expecting that. And for Harry to not even throw that, to just go balls against the wall and all in on this, again, he's Johnny Fairplay light.
Well,
it's like, what's the point? What's the point of his life?
I have a real, even though he clearly knows his stuff, right? I have a real problem with his strategy for this thing, for this episode. His first strategy is, I've got an idol, we all have to vote together. No problem, right? Because he already knows the votes are on him.
Yeah, and also
he knows.
Yeah,
and you've got Janine sitting there saying to the rest of the champions, "Oh, let's make him feel uncomfortable." I'm like, that's a really bad plan, Janine, because then he knows everything's on him, right? And they're all going to vote him. And then he comes up with this stupid plan. I'm going to send Casey to tell them I've got an idol. Why? You're getting the votes anyway, right? But then he tells them. And then they say, well, we better split the vote.
But they also say we don't believe him, but maybe we'll split the vote.
So now but what I mean is you put in their head now, oh, we need to split the vote, right? So then Casey goes back and tells him, oh, well, now they're going to split the vote. How are you going to deal with this, Harry? I know. I'll try and make all the votes on me.
I'll just be a dick.
But what I mean is...
They were already all on
you. So why did you even
It's
bother?
One of those things. It's like he was the target of the votes. He didn't... he could have... He didn't need to tell anyone he's got an idol. Except I don't mind...
I don't mind
it in this situation.
Because he was trying to get the others to vote.
However, he was trying to do that, but he doesn't need to.
No, well,
if all the votes are on him,
all he needed was his own vote.
His own vote can change.
And if he really
everything.
desperately thought he needed one, without even displaying his idol, he could have gone to Matt and gone, listen, mate.
Matt he could trust because Matt is all about contenders and he
Absolutely.
does nothing to do with champions. Yep. So
that's another vote, so you can get 2 out of that. That's all you need.
That's all you needed. But we know a blindside, or we know these idle blindsides are just so much better when it's like, and we've seen it before, where it's all stacked on the one person because they have no idea he's got an idol.
Exactly.
And they pull out the idol, and that's what could have happened to Harry. However, I also don't mind Harry's thinking. I've got to cause some sort of disturbance. I've got to make people want to get me out, and I've got to pull the votes towards me. Obviously, he's already made them split the vote, now has to get them back. They're already on him. But again, we don't mind, and we've talked about it, but that concept. The delivery of it, however. Execution, meh.
Well, this is the thing. If he was going to do that, he should have executed 4
tribal. Yeah, he should have been starting. Yeah, he should have been starting to plant those seeds during. He should have been
an idiot. Be a dick to somebody before tribal.
He should have been. Well, I'm definitely going home anyway. So what's the point of me playing this game? I'm getting 1 fish for myself, or I'm just going to eat a bunch of food because that's my last night.
Imagine
screw you guys.
All that day before the tribal, he had just sat there and called Janine, Godmom. Hey, Godmom, how's it going? You still got your little posse together?
Yeah.
If he had done that all day, do you reckon?
Yeah.
I know myself, I would vote him, you'd vote him, everybody would vote him.
Just laze around, do nothing, annoy people, eat everything, don't clean up, do that sort of stuff.
Just cook some extra rice up for yourself in the afternoon and then don't clean anything. And when they come back, you go, oh yeah, I was hungry.
Well, I'm going home tonight, so I don't really care.
I don't care.
And play that game. Rather than hold it all in until tribal.
I know.
I mean, the concept, yes, get people, annoy people. That's a textbook play.
Textbook.
But why did you save it to the final? Why did you do it all at tribal?
That's right. It's just stupid.
And on top of that, this was his plan before he knew that the other tribe was going to watch.
I know, yeah.
Nothing changed with the information that they're going to come and watch now.
No.
So he still went forward with this I'm going to blow things wide open plan, and that was pointless.
It was.
And it led to this again. It led to his silly, pathetic lie of "I've got an extra kid," which we've talked about lying for some like. Johnny Fairplay lied about his grandma.
And
Why?
It worked.
Why did he lie? So he could get a reward.
Well, not just the reward.
Yeah.
So it would get him further
and
in
it
the
gets
game.
him further in the game.
And it did, in the sense of people then went, "Oh, poor Johnny," right?
Yeah.
And they cut him slack.
Yeah.
Right? And he just had to look like a poor, defenseless while he was stabbing people in the back.
Having this pointless lie about a kid who, maybe it might pull some sympathy because your kid lives in
Clearly,
Boston.
Abby was.
There was a little bit offended.
Abby was like, "Oh, don't you?"
But I heard Shaun online talking. He was saying that we all kind of knew, like, because he was like, you know how we were saying
Well,
last week.
Ross was said to him, "Do you have a kid?"
But this is why, because when the champions came across and there was the merge, obviously we haven't seen. Harry had been talking about this, right?
Yeah.
And everyone on the tribe of contenders were all kind of like, we don't buy this.
Yeah,
we think the kid's fake, and it was a running joke that Harry's got this fake kid, but Harry didn't realise it was a running joke.
Yeah.
So then communication with Shaun and Ross happened, and Ross was like, "Oh, they think the kid's not real," and he got really obsessed with wanting to know if the kid was real, if the real was real or not.
Right.
So he asked him.
Okay.
But then he just crumbles. Say, he's real. How could you question?
Absolutely.
Because now,
if you made the lie, keep running.
Yeah, you got to run with that lie because what's the point of it?
Exactly.
You've done no favors to yourself.
No. So, I don't think you should have told him in the first place.
Shouldn't have told the lie in the first place. It meant nothing. It just came from the fact that I'm going to tell a lie to try and. Whereas Johnny Fairplay told it later on in the game. It came out and it was planned. It was clearly planned. But it came out for loved ones. It brought some sympathy, and it brought sympathy.
Well, it brought him a lot of sympathy. Well, it got him to 3.
Got him to 3.
Absolutely worked for him. And, all through that, every episode, you would see people going, not saying it, but, maybe we should. They would cut him slack. They would give him take Johnny. He hasn't been on a reward this time. Yeah. Johnny would go on a reward and plan with the people he went with. It was great.
Yeah, and that's where his lies worked really, really well.
Yeah.
Whereas Harry has just tried to do a similar thing. Like, that's why I'm saying Johnny Fairplay like we've been saying. But it just has no furthering your game.
Yeah.
It does not help you in any way, shape or form.
That's right. But look, really, that's all. Like Shaun going over the other. Look, this is the thing. One other thing about. That's the next episode, I suppose.
Well, it all merges into one.
Yeah.
Because Shaun does go across.
Yeah, Shaun goes across and they all go back. But, I guess move on to the next episode?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Dave and Luke, right?
Yeah.
When Shaun comes across, now Daisey has been just running off the mouth about her and Shaun all the time that she's been on that tribe with them.
Can't wait to be with Shaun again.
Can't wait to be with Shaun again. Shaun, right? My work husband, whatever she calls him, right? And I'm like, why Dave and Luke were taking it so easy once he arrived on that tribe? I have no idea. I'm sitting there and go, guys, that just blew your game up. As soon as he came across, I would be like, my game just died. Mm-hmm. Because Daisey's obviously going to go with him, which means John's going to be with him, which means Baden's going to be with him, right? Yeah. Who am I going to get? Am I going to get Hannah? Right? So, who's left for me? And
so how do you play this situation then? How do you play what happened for Dave and Luke?
Take the false idol out. Just take the false idol right out of the equation here, right? Because I think a lot of people would look at the false idol situation and go, that's why this is all going on.
Because there's 2 ways I want to look at this situation from 2 ways. I want to look at it first we'll look at it from Dave and Luke's perspective, and then I'd like to look at it from Shaun's perspective.
But that's what I mean, just take the idol out of this for the moment, the fake idol, because I don't think it mattered. Mm-hmm. I think it would have played out exactly the same way, even if the false idol wasn't involved.
Yeah, you've got your 2 kind of alpha, strong guys, fit guys, good-looking guys coming.
Well, you got these contenders with this fractured contender. You got Dave and Luke with these fractured contenders. Daisey and John have made this pact with them. Yeah, and they're going to vote out the rest, right? Then as soon as Shaun gets, they all vote for Shaun to come across first off, right? Well, Dave and Luke, they've all voted to have him across. That means they want him.
Yeah, well, they voted as well because it's like, we don't want to not vote. You have to play that part card, right?
But all I mean is they want to be with him. They want to play with him, which means Daisey, John, Baden are going to make their alliance now. Like, you got to know that as soon as he comes across. You don't need to wait until the next day to see it on the beach. That's what I mean. So from Dave and Luke's point of view, they should have gone, our game just died. Whatever we were running is dead. We have to start from scratch and we have to start working hard.
And what do they do?
Well, they didn't really do anything, did they?
But what do you think they should do?
Well, this is the thing. This is where you've got to...
How do you play this?
That's what I mean. Like, it's difficult, but you can't... At this stage, you can't be sitting there going, oh, well, it's not. You're not going to split up Shaun and Daisey.
Because how you play it, like you said, let's take the fake idol out. The fake idol is pivotal to what happened here. Because without the fake idol, there was an easier way to play it.
Well, leave the fake idol out of here. The only way they could have played it was to try and find a rift again, right? What they got to do is either say to Baden or John or Hannah or a couple of them, right? Yeah, look, that's great that Shaun's back with Daisey. And just keep harping on the fact that these two are a power couple. And, when it comes to voting, these guys are going to vote you out before they vote
Why couldn't you then, why couldn't you, without the fake idol, why can't you, because this is how I would have thought to play it, why can't you befriend Shaun and become Shaun, Daisey, John, Luke,
too many.
Dave? 5. It's not too many. Because then you got Baden floating on the 6th.
Yeah, and
you can
Hannah.
still get... No, Hannah wasn't in it. You can still get rid of Hannah.
Although what I'm saying
Andy,
is...
Like, Dave doesn't want to get rid of Andy because Andy's just a puppet for Dave.
No. This is... You can play the friendship, right? Look, you can for one vote. But eventually
I'm saying is build the friendship first and then go to John.
Yeah.
And then go to John once we're all working together. It was like, Jesus...
These two,
Shaun and Daisey are tight.
They're very,
that worries me. But you've now bridged and you've put everyone in the same pot. Is kind of where I would have liked to have seen that go.
Yeah, it's dangerous though because with Shaun back, that group just solidified into 4 players, and that's the real difficulty for it. It's going to be difficult to play unless you can. I think the real key here was to try and find some chaos. I don't think you could direct it.
I think with Shaun coming in, the chaos subsided. There was no longer chaos.
I know, that's what I mean. That's what I mean. You got to
Which is why I don't think you could find any without putting a target on your back. Whereas I feel like this is a moment to sit back and let Shaun take leader.
The next thing I would try, because I've got 2 idols, right? I would be trying to use an idol to get rid of one of them. Daisey or Shaun.
Yeah, well, and this is where they went to. All right, this is.
This is where they ended up. This is the thing. They didn't go there. Andy was actually the one. Kudos to Andy, right?
Yeah, well, this is the thing. Okay, so we kind of kudos to Andy.
No, he came up with the plan. It's a good survival plan.
Well, he came up and said, well, I don't want to be, I'm on the bottom here. And basically his thing was, I'm on the bottom here. It's better for me to be with Luke and Dave because I'm higher on the pecking order.
And the other thing is, he's getting them to use their idols to get somebody sent home that he wants sent home.
Yeah.
So he's playing his game at this stage. Good on Andy, right?
Yeah. That's possibly the one good thing he's done as far as strategic go. Because you can also go the same, because it's kind of almost very similar-esque. We have Andy being the informant in this episode.
Yeah.
And then we have Casey doing a very bad job in the next episode.
Oh, she was hopeless.
So Andy's done a very good job because Dave was oblivious.
Exactly.
And this is the thing.
That's right.
Dave became so cocky and confident that he's blinded with power, and it's easy to...
Shaun sold him a bill of goods.
Shaun did, because I was worried about Shaun.
And I also like that Andy did it 5 minutes before they left.
Mm-hmm.
He gave them no chance to go and talk to the others. And I know why, because he wanted his plan to work. He didn't want them talking and then coming up with another
However, and then we talk, because Andy's throwing Daisey under the bus here. Instead of Shaun, I don't know why.
Oh, I do.
Is it just physical strength keeping Shaun?
Yeah,
who gives a rat's?
Well, this is the thing. You break the couple.
Yeah.
Which is what he wants. It doesn't matter which one goes. So, is there an advantage keeping one over the other? Yes, Shaun. Okay, keep him. Because next time we can get him.
Yeah, it's true. But at the end of the day, there was a moment in Tribal, a key moment, when the talking was happening, and Dave, being Dave, and Andy should have snapped at this opportunity. Like, we see it in the next episode where Dave's like, we should have just voted Daisey. Dave, you want to know that Dave and Shaun are bang, bang, bang. You got to know that they're against each other. Dave looked at Andy and said, putting his eyes at Shaun.
Yeah.
This is the moment where I think Andy should have just gone, okay, that's who they're voting with.
No, well, we're making an assumption here that
He saw that.
That he saw that.
Yeah, so
right?
my thing is if the edit was like he saw that. And if he saw that, he should have let Daisey go 100% and go with Shaun because that's who they're voting for.
No, look, I would have gone... I'm not going to blame Andy for this. I'm going to blame... Dave blames himself very next episode.
He does
right
blame
at the beginning.
next episode, yes.
If me and Luke had voted Daisy, she would have gone. Right? And he's right.
Yeah.
They had the plan. He should have stuck with it.
Yeah.
I don't know why he came. I know why he came up
He
short.
was so
exactly. He was so focused,
blinded and focused by this.
Right?
Get Shaun out of here because
But
Shaun wants
all
to
he
get
had
me
to do
out
was
of here.
think, hang on, we know there's a vote going on Daisy. We know one's going on her. If we put our two on it, it's a safe
done.
bet. It's a sure Shaun's still here, but we can get him next time.
Yeah, and it became one of those moments we talk about as like there's a time to lead and a time to sit back.
Yeah.
Andy has come to you with a plan. Yes, Andy says it's the most genius plan ever to exist, as he seems to say week in, week out.
No, well, look, kudos to him. He did say it was a good survivor plan, right?
Yeah,
he said, look, I'll get the
flush the idol.
I'll flush 2 idols.
Well, they didn't know Luke had an idol.
No,
so flush the idol.
Flush the idol.
Break up the power couple.
Exactly, right.
And be
on top, right? And I thought it was a pretty good plan, right? But anyway, you're right. Look, this is actually where Dave should have taken a backseat.
Yeah, Dave.
Forget Shaun. Daisy.
Yeah, Dave should go, okay, Andy wants Daisy.
I'll give it to him.
Look, I'd prefer Shaun, but if you want to go Daisy, we don't have time to discuss.
Exactly.
Daisy it is. Thanks for giving us the heads up.
Right? And that's what you should have done. And this is what Dave actually admits next episode that he messed up by not doing that, right?
Yeah, but it's like, I believe, like, I know he was signalling. And that's why I'm like, was Andy from the edit? It's like, how do you know? But the plan was set up prior, and he should have stuck with that.
I've seen so many shots of Dave looking around counting tribal,
true.
right? And you think anyone of them could be a signal.
That's true.
He laughs at people. He looks slyly at people. So I'm not going to blame Andy for that at all, right?
Yeah.
If Dave actually really did maybe he should have gone up and gone over and spoken to Baden and have Andy next to Andy was next to Baden. And then as he's leaving, just say Shaun in his ear. Yeah. But he never did any of that.
No.
He just kept going.
Yeah, go look at me. So there's this we end up in this weird situation where power could have been thrown towards back to Dave and Luke. However, the screw up means we get both the Hannah and Casey. They're the exact same person.
Oh yeah, exactly.
I mean, both of them are eliminated next to tribal.
Let's talk about Casey. I think she did a woeful job.
Well, I'm not.
We haven't got. Yeah, sorry, we haven't.
Because I now want to go to Shaun.
Okay, let's look at it from Shaun.
How does Shaun play coming across?
I think he did
knowing he's got a fake idol.
I think he did it really well.
He did really well, apart from the one thing that I.
No. Let's put it. He convinced Dave.
Yeah.
I've got an idol.
Yeah, and it's real.
And it's real. Thank you for that.
Yeah, great.
And let's work together. He had him, and Dave ate it up. Like, remember, Dave was sitting there going, "Oh, I love this. Shaun's eating it up." Dave was the one eating it up.
Yeah, but here's the one. I don't say perfectly. Here's the one thing that I would have liked Shaun to have done.
What?
To have given Dave one vote. To let Dave be in control. Like, yes, because what you're doing
I don't think it was necessary.
But what you're doing, what was not done from Shaun's perspective, is Shaun's come in now and he doesn't know the current dynamic. He's given himself 2 days to work out what the hell's going on and who's with who. He's assumed. Same with what Casey ends up doing in the next episode. He has not realised, is Andy and Dave tight? Who is going to... Because information is key. And obviously this is the first time Andy has said the information correctly. He hasn't blown up and said too much. But I think Shaun should have waited one vote.
I don't think so.
Just to work out where everyone would sit, because then you could go, look, okay, I can't trust Andy with that information, because you don't need Andy for that vote.
I don't think he needs to be honest. Look, from Shaun's point of view, he's walked into Daisy and John and Baden.
Yeah.
That's 4.
That's 4.
Leaves 4.
Yeah, and then you've got Hannah. You've got 5.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, with those 4, he's got 4.
4.
Right? Which leaves 4 out.
Yeah.
Right? All he needs is one more.
Yeah.
Like you said, Hannah.
Hannah.
Right? So I don't think he really needed. He was like, and we talked about this before too. Strike when you get the chance, take him out. Right? And I think he was like,
agree.
I have an opportunity to take Dave out. Let's do it.
But the problem, I don't, again, because I don't have a problem with how he set it up.
Yeah.
I just have a problem with who was informed. And I think it's a slight error on Shaun's behalf to have given information to some, because you have to always think, like, there is going to be someone. There is going to be someone that thinks they can use this information to get themselves to a better position.
But on the other hand, Shaun had the numbers enough, right? Mm-hmm. And this is the smart. Look, and this is the other smart part about it. They didn't split the votes, Dave and Luke.
No, they didn't.
They split Dave, Hannah, right? They knew who was going home.
Yeah.
If they had, and they knew Dave had the idol, right? So if it's not Dave,
it's Hannah.
It's Hannah,
and it keeps. And I don't mind that at all.
No, neither do I. That's what I'm saying. What I mean is, like, it's not just let's get Dave. It wasn't a simple plan. It wasn't just Dave, right?
Yeah.
Like, we've seen it before in Survivor where it's like, yeah, I've got to have that person out. I've got to.
Yeah.
If everybody, we've seen it and they get manic. Look at Shaun, Dave about Shaun, right?
Yeah.
I've got to get rid of Shaun. But Dave was like sitting there going, well, no, I don't mind if Luke stays. And if Dave's got an idol, well, we'll just get rid of Hannah. I mean, I think it was quite a good plan.
Yeah.
So he had a backup.
Yeah, he did have a backup. I just feel like
I wouldn't have given Dave a vote.
I really wouldn't have.
No,
you wouldn't have wanted to solidify his ego a little bit more.
No, because it was enough, and
it definitely was enough. It was my only fault.
The longer it goes on, the chances are he will find out.
Yeah, and the chances are Dave will get you before you get him.
Exactly.
So I do agree with that. It's just my only problem is that Andy was able to be the hole in that information wall, it's leaked out.
The problem for Andy is this.
Because if that didn't happen, it was a no-brainer.
Yeah, but
Dave would have gone home because he's too confident.
But this is the problem I have with Andy, right? How many times now has he come into confidential information, right? He's gone, I'm a dog, blah, blah, blah. It hasn't really worked out for him, has it?
No.
Like Daisey should have, absolutely, in any other episode of Survivor,
Daisey should have gone home.
Daisey would have gone home. But for some reason, he just can't pull it off.
But it's just, so that's why, like, I just don't trust Andy with information. Like, I would have been, if I was Daisey, I'd be like, Andy has said all this stuff. We can't trust Andy with information because he's proven 3 times now that you can't give him anything.
But this is the thing though. He hasn't actually proven anything, right? And this is the problem. Nothing that he's tried has come off, right?
No, never.
Right? That's what I mean. Like, Shaun has no idea who threw the Daisey vote out for him. It could have been Dave or Luke. Doesn't matter, right? So Andy's in the position of just being another person on the tribe.
Yeah.
Like
another useless. He's trying.
He's just another Hannah. As far as everybody's concerned.
Yeah.
He keeps trying, but nothing ever results, right? And despite all this, right, the fact of the matter is Luke and Dave are more powerful players than he is, and they're on the bottom.
Yeah.
Right? So it's really funny from that side of the point. But
Luke playing his idol.
Look.
And he didn't want to. He got talked into it. But
it was a really tough call.
I don't know where
the problem here is up until if Dave had not played his idol, if I was Luke, I would not have played mine. Okay?
Yeah.
But once Dave plays his idol and takes himself out of the contest, right?
Who are they splitting it on?
That's when Luke's got to sit there and go, it's between me and one of them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If they've put even one vote on me, it could be me.
Yeah.
If they've split the votes 2 on me. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So that's where it becomes
I think he
really
played it.
tough.
I think he should have played it, and I know he's kicking himself for playing it.
Tell you what, if he had have actually not played it, right, and the votes came out the way they did, I would have been sitting there going, Luke, you have got, guts.
That was
so just
gutsy,
such a gutsy play.
But
I wouldn't have done it.
But would I still be sitting there going, God, I still would have played it because you just don't know.
Oh, look, I think in the situation, given Luke's circumstances, I think once Dave played, it was really 80-20.
Yeah.
Right? To take the 20%.
Especially the fact that the information that they were given was just like right before tribal.
Exactly.
I would have played it. I don't think Luke should beat himself up for playing it.
No, I don't either. I don't either.
But it's just like, because that's the thing, it's like you would have been, gutsy to not play it. But there's a fine line between gutsy and moronic.
Oh, yeah,
exactly. And that could have easily If because the split was Dave and Luke.
Exactly, yeah.
I don't want to run that risk. Yes, it sucks that no votes came for you, but they quite easily could have.
Here's another interesting question for you. Why didn't Andy know that they were splitting on Hannah?
Because you can't trust Andy with information.
No, but that's what I mean. Like, somebody there must have sussed.
Yeah.
Maybe we shouldn't tell Andy everything.
Yeah.
Either Daisy or John must have said to Shaun, okay, we've told him it's going to be Luke and Dave, but we're really going to split on Hannah. Right? Yeah. Because he didn't know.
Yeah.
He had no idea. Right? Yeah. So someone in there has an inkling about Andy.
Yeah.
Right? So I think it was well planned.
Yeah. It's just a shame that it became that Hannah was the person who left.
You see Shaun hang his head when the votes were coming in, when Dave played his idol, right? Yeah. He really wanted Dave to go home. Yeah. It was like, oh no. But he knew his game, the plan hadn't blown up.
Yeah, exactly. But it's just one of those things is like, so much happened for such a little result. You know, Hannah. I know. And Hannah's a nothing vote. Like, exactly. A nothing person. Like, Hannah and Casey were the two people. They didn't really offer too much, unfortunately, to the tribe. Or we just didn't see it.
Yeah, Dave did the right thing, played his idol. Luke technically did the wrong thing. But Daisey said to him afterwards at the fire, and you played your idol for nothing. That's not true.
No.
Because you don't play it. He played it for what he thought was going to happen, and it was pretty, like we said.
It's 50-50
I think he could sit, even though you sit there and went, to Daisy, I would have been sitting there and going, no, I didn't play it for nothing.
Yeah, I'd much rather play it in that situation when the person who is a main target plays an idol. Yeah. And I'm the second target. Whether I get a vote or not, it's just, that's a safety play.
That's right. If Dave had not have played his, and I was Luke, I'd be like, no, brother, I'm not playing mine.
And it could have been out there, but the thing Luke should have done is not gone to sleep that night and gone to hunt for another idol.
Actually, when they got back to camp in the next episode, I was like,
time to go.
Why aren't they out hunting?
Time to go.
And that's what I was waiting for. I was waiting for Luke, because he's done it before going out at night, right, to get stuff, right? Mm-hmm. I was like, Luke, go in there and get it now.
Yep, time to go. I'm not yet.
And I can't understand why they're not looking.
Yeah, right. And then anyway, we move on to the next episode, I guess, which we get our idol hunt in the reward.
Look.
Bloody Daisy. What an idiot.
I can't believe... Well, John was the first one who said it. And I can't believe anybody would sit there and go, this is the person I want out, but they're going to get first go at the reward. Yeah. And he was right. Look, Dave's absolutely right. If you're going down there by yourself, there is a bloody clue there somewhere.
John, well, especially when it says this is a private screen.
That's what I mean. Right?
The thing of you got to understand with John, like he said, he's not a Survivor fan, so he's not going to know. So that's okay for him to think.
But if I was Luke, I would have been no, me first.
Yeah, like, I'd be like, I want to go see my kids.
Yeah. We've got kids, let's flip.
Daisy to just go. I'll let you two go first and second.
And then Daisy's sitting there, and then she goes one on. And then I thought about it, and then I realised, maybe I should.
And then you saw her face, just like, oh dear, what have I done?
But honestly, look, I'm not actually that unhappy about it.
No, neither am I.
Because I think Dave's shaping up really well. Like,
Dave is what I've been saying. Dave's what Australian Survivor has needed.
Yeah. Look, despite what we say about Dave being suckered by Shaun prior to the tribal, there is one good thing about that tribal. Sorry, before we move on to the last episode. Dave's instincts in the tribal are really good.
Yeah.
Like, he leans over to... Dave leaned over to Luke and goes, this isn't right. There's something going on here. Yeah. They're lying. I don't believe it for 1 second, right?
I want to listen to what Andy told me.
Because his instincts in the tribal are
whereas Luke's weren't. Because what benefit does it have to Andy to say that 5 minutes before trouble? Like, that's what Luke missed. I'm like, what's the point? What gain does it give for Andy? Yeah. No gain. There is no gain for Andy to make that liar. No. But there's gain for Andy to actually clue you in on that vote because he's going to be in the 3. Right.
But no, Dave was cluey throughout the tribal and went, hang on, this isn't all adding up. Yeah, they're definitely on us.
A lot of people, I'm not sure, but I feel like, because there was a thing where Dave was reading a lot of people's hate messages. I guess because a lot of people aren't like how he's a villain and they're not like villain play. This is a villain. This is not your Zach from last season's jerk. He's just a arrogant male who
That's right.
is a sexist male. This is a Survivor villain,
Exactly.
and Dave is just what Australian Survivor has needed.
Absolutely. And this is the thing though. To me, he's still just a mild villain.
Yeah.
Right? I want him to take that next step, that next evolution.
And the thing about Dave that holds him back, which is also makes him very appealing to watch as well, is his arrogance.
Yeah, exactly.
The fact that feels like, and he's called himself a golden god and all this sort of stuff.
Yeah.
But at the same time, playing against people at the same caliber, Dave could have gone home so many times because he was blinded by arrogance.
Oh, absolutely.
But he hasn't.
But
he's such a great survivor for us.
This is the thing. Dave is actually a survivor. Like, this is the thing. Against the odds, he keeps coming back.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He keeps coming up.
And he knows his stuff. He knows
That's
the
right.
game.
Look, this is the thing. Even if he's never watched it before.
I think he has, because he keeps subtly saying stuff that other survivors have done.
But let's just say...
hypothetically, if he hasn't.
Even if he hasn't... Well, let's compare him to Andy. Andy says he's watched every episode. He knows it inside out. Same as Harry, right? Yeah. Who's the better player?
Dave.
Like, Dave's got it in his bones.
Yeah.
What I mean is, even if he'd never seen Survivor, I think he'd still be the same.
Yeah.
He's just like, he knows how to get ahead in this game. He knows it's a social game.
100%.
And he is playing it to the max.
Dave is just what we've needed.
Exactly. I agree.
We need more people at that level.
Absolutely.
That caliber of player and above. Like I said, because you put him against American villains or American top tier heroes.
Yeah.
Like, Boston Rob chews a Dave to pieces.
Yeah, that's right.
That's
right. But anyway, look, that's just my one. But yeah, look, Dave gets to go to the thing, and of course, look, the only problem I have with Dave, getting the idol. Yeah. The only problem I have, I would have actually shut the popcorn door.
No, he just left it there.
I know, right? And I would have re-scooped the popcorn back in. And then cleaned it up and thrown the rest in the jungle.
100%.
So that when they come, it's like nothing's happened.
Yeah, it's so weird.
I was like, why would he
Shaun's just like, I thought he was really hungry.
That's what I mean. And then Shaun comes out of the pub and he's like, oh, popcorn. He didn't even notice. I'm like, the first thing I would have been like is, why is
it like that?
Why is half the cabinet on the floor?
Yeah.
Nobody else seemed to notice.
Well, they noticed, but they didn't they didn't do anything about it.
Even Luke, who was coming down to look for the idol clue, is like, oh, but eat some popcorn.
I'll look out and everything else. When you see, of course, when you saw that thing, we know the idol's in the popcorn. Oh, there's a clue or something in the popcorn.
I know you were like me. As soon as I saw the popcorn, I was like, it's in there.
Yeah, every single Survivor fan has gone, that's where it is.
That's where it is, right?
Straight away. That's exactly where it is. Yeah. It's not under the rug. It's not under the recliner.
That's right. Exactly.
It's there.
It's in the popcorn.
It's right there. So that was kind of a really bizarre thing. And I was the same, like, clean it up, Dave. Just cover your tracks a bit better.
Exactly, right?
My other thing, I do want Luke to have an idol. Like, I do want Luke to go far.
Look.
Like, I would like Luke to win.
I want Luke to stay there. Unfortunately, I think it's... Look, the good thing about it is because they've blown 2 idols, right? I think the Contenders will, next time around, be really, not arrogant, but complacent. Yeah. Oh, we got rid of their idols. They won't have another one. They'll put all the votes on Dave.
Yeah.
He'll pull the idol, and that will probably save Luke. Because if they don't know he's got the idol, they won't split the vote.
Yeah, because Dave did the best thing he could when he came back from that and really just ramped up how the family was. Very, very good. And he came from the truthful, emotional place of seeing his wife and kids again. Great. Very, very good. Well done.
But it was like,
it was a nice diversion.
Wasn't it?
It was a nice diversion.
It was. It was like, look at me, I'm a sad sack because I've just seen my family.
But the thing
nobody's thinking about idol.
Yeah, but the thing is, he quite easily can be like that. Like, I think
he could have come back cock-a-hoo. Big smile on his face,
But he came back and chose to go with this tact, and it just makes everyone...
But that's why he
shows that humane version. Everyone shuts down for that split second of seeing, he saw his family.
That's why he's got that
I can't wait to see mine.
Social curiosity. Like he said earlier, like 3 episodes ago or something, like, about... what was his name? Bradshaw.
Bradbury. Stephen.
Steve Bradbury, right? You weren't aware it's a social game?
Yeah.
Life is a social game.
Yeah, not just Survivor, life is a social game.
Right? But it's true, like, one thing Dave has is great social skills.
Yeah.
He knows when he came back from that, he's got to look, down, and he did, and he worked it.
And no one questioned. Maybe they have and we haven't seen it.
Like even Luke went down looking for the idol.
For it. Like
Right, Luke went down. He's no idea that Dave is the one that picked it up.
Yeah.
Just really strange, but anyway. Do we want to get to the throne challenge?
See, you gotta love being Dave and Luke at the moment, don't you?
Yeah.
Like, what the hell? And you know what's funny? Last week, in one of the 3 last week, Janine, Pia and Abby stood on the beach trying to talking about Dave and talking about how much of a threat Dave is.
But even at the start of this episode 9, they were on the beach saying, Dave's really got to go.
Dave's got, I found that so... Oh, it might have been that episode, yeah. It was I found that so bizarre when they're talking about trying to get rid of Dave and he's not even on
opportunity.
But he's not even on your tribe.
No, that's
Talk about your tribe.
Yeah,
Think about that.
They've got the opportunity to let him go.
And they decide to throw a challenge to save him.
Well, Janine justifies it like, well, I don't care about Dave, but I do care about
the
Luke,
numbers.
Right?
Yeah.
Well, Luke,
oh,
right?
Luke, yeah,
right?
yeah.
And the numbers, right? I care about Luke and the numbers, not about Dave. I want to see Dave gone, right? But, you know, I'm just laughing because, we talk about look, it is a viable strategy. I think if you...
We've never really seen a throw of a challenge work. I've got an idea for a throwing of a challenge, but I'm going to keep that...
No, keep it when you go. Right, but what I mean is I think it's a viable strategy. We've talked about it for years now, that there is a point at some stage where maybe you throw a challenge if you've got a couple of members over there in trouble, right?
Yeah, and that's
this is what's happened.
Technically what's happened.
I think the way they threw it, they could have made a better show.
They could have made at least 2, 3, or not. So it's it comes down
even
to
if it 1-2,
yeah,
right.
As long as one of the other team
exactly fell off. Right. But the way they all I just fell off, right?
Well, to start with though, I thought Janine was doing a really good way of trying to keep their balance, and I thought she was doing a really good way with that. And then they all just decided to step off.
Pia's a leading actress, and
yeah, you gotta. Yeah.
What I mean is, when Harry and everybody else sits there and goes,
Harry's there's a challenge about balancing, and I'm not good at balancing,
right? and I lasted
okay.
longer, right,
yeah.
than all of them, right? But this is the thing: the only person who was oblivious to this was Matt, right? Oh. But Matt is just so much about team.
Yeah, but also
right?
Matt also thinks he's as good as a Shaun or a Simon Black. He's the exact same physical capability. So if Simon Black goes down, so Blackie goes down, it just redefines for Matt how strong Matt is. Yeah. Well, I outlasted Simon Black.
But actually, quick. You know the challenge where they had to put balls in the thing on the sea? And I was like, I bet Blackie is doing that. I bet that's... And sure enough, Simon Black's doing it.
He smashed him right in.
Yeah, but I was waiting for him just
there. But I know we're going back.
Yeah.
But how good was Roscoe's holding his breath?
I know.
He just held him for 6 balls. That was brilliant.
Anyway, sorry about that.
Yeah, it was a bit of a side.
But Matt's completely oblivious to it. But then, when Harry actually says to him, I think they threw the challenge, Matt's like,
why would people throw a challenge?
Hang on, I think you're right.
Yeah, it's they didn't. No, I think they did. But I'm stronger than Blackie. Yeah, surely they didn't.
But then it's
they did.
And then it sinks in.
Oh my god, they did.
Oh my god, they did, right? I was like,
classic
and then
Matt.
to Cameron's, I'm going to play my game.
Yeah, classic Matt.
He's really wound up.
Yeah,
he's just wound up to the edge.
Yeah, he needs to let go of that wrestling personality just a fraction.
I would never recommend medicinal marijuana to anybody, of course, but
maybe for that.
Maybe from
just to chill down.
Just a little bit, cool out a little.
It's like the throwing of the challenge to save someone they literally talked 3 or 4 days ago, or 6 days ago, about trying to get rid of.
I know, it seems really bizarre.
And they couldn't get rid of him because they're not even on the same tribe at the moment.
Seems really bizarre.
You know, one thing. Sorry, another aside that I didn't even click. Janine's idol is her idol now, because she's technically a contender.
Well, you see, this is why I wouldn't do that. No, this is where
it makes.
When I heard her say that, and I was like, "Oh no, really?"
Yeah, because I was thinking that the episode before. I'm like, hang on a second. Doesn't that mean that it works? And then all of a sudden, then they mentioned the next episode. I'm like, well, what was the point of the swap?
No, that's what I mean.
She could have just held on to it for as long as she wanted to.
That's my point. Is if they've got to work via the swap mechanism, if the swap mechanism hasn't occurred, to me, it should be a dead island no matter what side you're on.
Agreed.
Right? She shouldn't be sitting there now going, yeah, I got an idol.
Yeah, no,
That's
I'm
wrong.
not, yeah, I just don't know if I like the
don't.
mechanics of that aren't worked out well.
No, they're not.
I don't mind the idol. I don't mind the concept of having an idol that needs to, swap.
Neither do
Love
I.
that concept.
Yeah, same
but the
here.
fact that if you don't swap it and all of a sudden you're on that beach, now it's your idol. It just defeats the purpose.
It does. It's pointless. All you've done is hand them an idol.
All you've done is just basically give them an idol they can't use for a couple of weeks, and then they can use it.
So I didn't like that.
So yeah,
and I'm hoping I'm hoping she's wrong about that.
I don't think she is because we've heard the way they were talked about. But
maybe like what I mean is she may have said that to camera.
Yeah.
And maybe when it comes to the rules, Jonathan will say no.
Yeah.
You had to swap it. And you didn't, so it's powerless.
Yeah,
that's what I'm hoping.
Yeah. So it's because it just becomes a redundant twist, and I don't like a redundant twist.
No. Well, there's no point in the twist.
Yeah, there's no point.
Yeah.
They could just have their idol on the beach.
Right.
It doesn't make any difference. Then.
Exactly.
It was pointless, and I don't like that.
So, but the other point is, here, Dave got her idol that she was supposed to get and has used it. That's the other thing, right? So. I'm hoping she's sitting there with an idol that she thinks is worthwhile, but isn't.
She can't use.
Yeah,
she has to give it to an original contender.
Exactly.
And that's the difference. It has to go to an original contender or an original champion.
Exactly.
You can't become a contender.
Exactly.
And it work for you. It just really upsets
just wrecks
me.
it.
Yeah, it wrecks the twist. Because I didn't mind the twist. I really liked that as an idol. Yeah, I like that.
I thought it was a great idea because then, at the challenges, you've got to find somebody who else has got the idol. Yeah, it was great.
Now the vote, I guess. Casey.
Well, no. Before we get to the
whole lead up to it,
Harry. I've got to go back to Harry at this stage, right? Yeah. Right up until now, like we've seen in episode 9, he was godmum, right, and all this sort of stuff, right? In this episode, he decides, let's vote Abby.
Yeah, what was that about?
What the hell is that?
Why?
Why? You want to get rid of the ringleader? Get rid of the ringleader. Why go for it? And he's talking to Carrie. He's going, well, I'll get rid of one of her henchmen or whatever he called.
And look, and sometimes,
what?
Sometimes, yes, and we talk about it. And like this we go back an episode where Dave probably should have let go of that and got rid of it.
Yeah.
One of the partnership or let go of his need to get rid of Shaun. Yes. But there was no real reason. Like
I was like, Abby, why?
Because
Abby's not strategic.
It's more the fact that the power you have. Did Dave have the power to make it Shaun? No, it should have been Daisey.
Yeah, exactly.
And when we saw in Millennials vs Gen X that Zeke and Dave again, they just didn't have the power. They couldn't get to each other.
Exactly.
Right now, Harry, there is nothing stopping him from getting Janine.
That's right. If he gets all the votes and he plays his idol, goodbye Janine. No question.
Like when you are in control of that
right.
power and where the vote should go.
And when he swapped to Abby, I was like, "What are you doing?"
Yeah, that made no sense because it only makes sense if you can't get to Janine.
Exactly, that's right. But you could because you're not playing the numbers game, or you're playing the numbers game with yourself. That's it.
Like you, and if you wanted Matt as he tried Casey, the three contenders.
So I couldn't understand why he decided to say Abby to them, and then Casey goes and tells Abby.
Now why is Casey telling?
But this is the thing. Abby gets upset that they're voting her. I'm like, there's 2 of them.
Yeah.
What are you upset about?
What's it gonna matter?
Exactly. They're going home.
Yeah, they can't do anything. They've got no power.
That's right.
Unless it became literally the idol was played correctly. But again, this is the thing. Casey gives up information. Like Andy gives up information in the same kind of concept to get themselves further. Andy is in. There's six contenders, 2 champions.
That's it.
Andy is giving up information to become part of a 3.
Yeah.
Yes, we can still. Obviously, they might be lower on numbers, but you can. There's cracks.
Andy's trying to play to the top, rather.
The top.
And that's sensible. Do that.
Yeah, and just because you're on the bottom, this is the thing. Casey is on the outs because it's 3 versus 5.
Yeah.
They have an idol, and it's a
guarantee.
Harry has an idol. It's a guarantee to shut your mouth.
Exactly.
and break the 5 up.
Exactly.
And it'll be 3 versus 4 next time. But you've disrupted the power,
That's
and
right.
you're 1 of 3.
That's right.
You've jumped from 1 of 3 to be the tail end of the 5, becoming number 6.
Well, I didn't look. This is the problem for Casey. Is like, and I thought it was obvious even before the vote. She wasn't moving up. She wasn't like
She's
even
moving
tail.
down.
Yeah, she wasn't even being tail end of the 5. She wasn't even the 6th beetle, if you like. You know what I mean? She was just nowhere. She was just this person who was giving the information to both sides, and it was like you're not building anything anywhere.
No.
Everybody knows what you're doing.
Yeah.
Right? Like everybody knew.
Yeah, and trying to be the double agent doesn't. You got to be really good at it.
First off, don't let people know you're being double agent. That's the key.
And if you're worried about being on the bottom of the numbers, stop being a double agent.
Yeah.
Just don't do that. Just go across and build that relationship, solidify yourself in there.
Exactly.
Because on top of that, in Australian Survivor, we do seem we're still very much on. We need to keep strength above all else for and it doesn't. We still need a bit more fluidity in our game at the moment. We're still very tribal. We're very tribal. We need to get to voting blocks. We need to get to people with ulterior motives. And the fact that we're still very tribal, original tribal, when we've had a switch, those switches should throw them out.
Exactly.
We don't have enough people trying to move between and trying to get themselves ahead.
The problem with Casey is she's trying to build her way into the 5. The problem here is you've got to look at it and say there's 3 of us, 5 of them. Why do they need 6?
They don't.
They don't. They're just going to use you. Sure, they might use you for a vote. For a vote.
Or another vote. Or you might cruise on through and somehow make it to top 3 or final 2 in this. You might.
But the way that your better chance, even if you don't want to be with the 2 that you're with now, break up that 5.
Yeah.
Because that's going to open up some cracks where you can make a deal.
Yeah.
Where you could go and say to whoever's left, look, I don't want to be with those clowns. I would rather be with you. In which case, they're going to sit there and go, good, a replacement.
100%.
And take you in.
All she needs to do is be like, please, I'll vote wherever you want me to vote. And know that the vote was going on Harry. Not say anything about Harry with an idol. Shut your mouth and go to the 3 and be like, sweet, they're all stacking it on you, Harry. Let's use this idol to break them up.
Yeah, break them.
Because theoretically what I'm seeing she's done is we talk about Sarah playing the perfect swing game that time. Where she swung from top to top
this
to
was
top
nowhere near a swing
to top. What I like, and when we've done that, like she swings up. She
kept swinging
up. What I see is like I see Casey on like about to do a swing, and she's like, boom.
Yeah, exactly.
And she ends up in the worst position possible because think about it. If they're going to split the vote, they know they want strength. They're not going to get rid of Matt over you.
Exactly right.
You're the only, and they're not going to get rid of any of them. There's only 3 of you.
That's right. So who's left?
Harry's our go-to. Dirty Harry's our go-to. If they're going to split, it's going to be between me and Matt.
And Matt's a valuable contributor.
Yeah.
Even though he's psycho.
He's psycho, but he's going to go to town in a challenge because he needs to prove himself.
Look, it's obvious.
What am I going to do? I'm probably going to sit out if I have to.
Right? So yeah, Casey was bad, just bad play.
That was horrible.
It's just horrible play all around.
Considering it was a
I don't know if she'd ever seen the show before, but even if she had, it was such an amateurish show.
No-brainer to just shut up and let the idol play into your hands.
Exactly, play it in, break that power up, get a crack.
Whether it was Abby, which should have been Janine, but whether if Harry was trying to get out Abby this time around, let him do it. It's still thrown a spanner in the works. It's still definitely broken up the 3 girls.
Exactly.
Now brought them down to 2 and thrown a shock thing in the works and makes them be a bit more. Because when you shake up people who have no idea how to play the game, now they're going to doubt a lot of their moves.
Exactly.
And now Janine, if she can use her idol or not, but she probably will try and use her idol in a ridiculous way, or they'll be hesitating and they'll be doubting, does he have another idol? Who do we put our vote on? Do we go for Harry again because he got rid of his idol? Or what are they going to do? It puts doubt. I just don't understand.
I don't either. It was just playing to a power structure who wanted to get rid of you.
Yeah.
And it didn't make sense to me.
Well, and they got rid of it.
Yeah, exactly.
She walked out of it.
The last contender on that tribe is going to be Matt. It's only because he's a contributor.
Yeah.
If he wasn't contributing, he'd be just Yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah, like it's they're. What number do you reckon they're going to merge? Do you reckon we've got 1 or 2 more weeks before merge?
I reckon 2.
Yeah, I reckon 2. So there's that's 6 that's 6 people to get kicked out then. If there's 2 weeks, 2 episodes,
Yeah.
or you reckon merge on Tuesday night?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So another 2 people. Yeah, it's either going to be merge Tuesday night or merge Sunday.
Yeah, I think it'll be merged Tuesday because that's probably a cliffhanger for,
Yeah.
you know, maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, so we're getting, like, but we've still got a large amount of numbers though.
We've got a lot of people
I
still
mean,
left.
what, is there 6 on each tribe or something? No, there's
it's
more.
more.
There's 8 on each tribe. Like, I still think we could be even a week and a half away from
That's
merge.
right,
Like,
exactly.
it might not be this Tuesday, it could be next Tuesday. Like,
Could be, exactly.
Yeah.
Well, look, this is the thing, we just had a replacement thing, like
Yeah.
a
a non-elimination.
elimination, you know, I mean, so that set it back a week.
Yeah.
Or, you know, an episode.
Yeah,
you know.
so it's like Matt just kind of wants to hang on to merge because he'll be picked off eventually.
Well, that's the thing, you know,
Or-
Matt may make it to merge if, like, the other side goes, and then they...
And Simon
they,
Black and Roscoe go, we need to split up the 3
Well, no,
of us.
the other side go, like, Shaun's
yeah,
mob,
of
right?
course, yes.
And they get rid of somebody, and then they go. Then Matt's team go, and they get
It's
rid of
gonna have to
Harry.
be back and forth. Yeah,
He'll make merge. So
yeah,
maybe he's betting on the numbers. I don't know.
yeah. It's a weird situation to be in for him.
But well, this is the problem though. Once merge comes, right, it's not like you know the champions are still going to be the majority.
Yeah,
For some reason, contenders still keep going home.
it's such a weird thing, isn't it?
It's weird.
It's like, and you know what? Because I'm kind of really want a Dave or a Luke to win. I do want Luke just as far as like he needs the money. Like he.
Oh,
as
look,
far
I'm
as,
not
like,
even
as
on
far
that.
as the
I'm not even on
heartstrings
the
gonna go.
needs. I'm not even on the needs. Like I just like Luke. I think he's a
Yeah,
good bloke.
he's a good bloke. You know.
He should win. You know, he's
Yeah.
one of those guys you root for, right?
And then maybe we'll see.
Oh,
next...
look, you know, if John won, I wouldn't have.
Oh
a
yeah, I
problem.
wouldn't have a problem with John,
Right?
but I just like
You know,
the contenders have to. The contenders are in a bad situation,
they keep
unfortunately.
beating each other. Like,
But that's in any regular season of Survivor. That is okay because the tribal
Of
line
course.
should be let go.
exactly, but this
But-
isn't going to happen this season. Like the girls, like honestly, the girls, Janine, Abby, and Pia, are so set on this champions
Yeah.
thing.
The
It's
fact
just,
that they want to save the person they were talking about trying to get rid
I
of,
know,
like
right?
on an opposite tribe, that just blows my mind.
well, the other problem I've got here is like, you know, Simon Black, Ross, Dave, and Luke
Mm-hmm.
should all be looking across at Janine, Pia, and Abby
And get rid of one.
and going,
We've got to split that
that's a
up.
final 3.
Yeah. Well, we
If
got final
we had
2, but
No, but what I'm
yeah,
saying is,
yeah.
if we just get down to champions, we get rid of all the contenders. Well, who's going to be final 3? Well, there's pretty obviously a final 3.
we got to start breaking them up.
We got to break them up. One of them's got to go,
Mm-hmm.
but they're not. And this is where it comes back to this whole tribal thing, right? Roscoe and Simon Black should have been sitting there looking at these 3 girls and going, "That's just trouble down the
Yeah,
track."
because they should easily go to a Harry and a Matt,
Exactly.
and even a Casey back then. Before
Casey
she
can
voted
go,
herself out. No
"One
one's
of
doing
these
that. It's
need
time
to
to
go."
go. We need to because it's too because if you go and because you break that up, it's like okay, there's 5 of us, and then within that 5, there's 3 versus 2.
3.
Well, that means we're on the bottom.
That's
So
see,
3 and 2. Well, I can go over here and make that 2 or 4 versus 3.
yep.
Then
Well,
we've got the numbers.
then we got
You
the
got to
number.
keep jumping.
right. You got it. But Simon and Ross seem to be quite happy to be soldiers.
Yeah.
Over on the other side, right? Baden, John, and Daisy, and I guess Shaun
Well-
now, they're happy to be together.
Yeah. I was like, Daisy's playing great. I got nothing wrong with.
Oh, no,
Daisy's
got
game.
nothing wrong with
The
it.
only thing, yeah.
The only problem I've got is that, look, I suppose, look at it, John, Daisy, and Shaun, right?
Yeah.
I suppose they have a release valve in Baden.
Baden.
They
yeah.
can just say, see you later,
Mhm.
if it gets down to the numbers.
Yeah.
Right? All the rest of them are expendable as far as they're
Yeah.
concerned, I'm sure. So, but even so, Andy and Baden particularly should be looking at Shaun and Daisy and John and going, where am I?
There's 3. Where do I fit in that?
Where do I
On
fit
the
in?
out? And maybe they just like to be on the outs, but I just don't think. I
Maybe-
think that's too passive as
It
far
is.
as the game style goes. You know.
You know, really, you're just saying hope. You're just saying, well, I hope by the time it gets to 6, they're not here.
Yeah. Exactly.
As opposed to, let's make sure they're not here.
Yeah.
Somehow. Like, Baden should be going to Dave and Luke.
Yeah.
Right? He's
How
got
we-
no reason not to.
Yeah. This blows my
Right.
mind.
It does. It blows my mind. Like, Andy's doing the right thing. He's trying to...
He's
you know,
trying.
he's trying. Baden's just sort of sitting there,
Cruising along.
cruising along. Anyway.
That's it.
That's it.
All right.
Okay.
We'll see you next week.
Bye.